Well, guys, the Washington Wizards look like the Washington Wizards of old tonight. They lose 117 to 96 to the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, 39% from the field, 24% from the three. The offense was looking nasty. So let's get right into it, guys.
You are Locked On Wizards, your daily Washington Wizards podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
What is going on, guys? It is your boy D. I want to thank you all for making Locked On, which is your first listen each and every day. Now, sadly, Wizards lose. No 3-game win streak. We all knew it was going to be tough. The 76ers are always a tough matchup for the Washington Wizards. I mean, Steph Curry always gives the Wizards the business. Joel Embiid, without question. Tobias Harris always gives the Wizards problems. It was going to be tough. It was going to be tough, and they didn't pull it out. And you look at the stat sheet, and instantly, the first thing my eyes go to is the three-point shooting, 8 for 33, 24% from the three. You look at what they did against the Knicks, and you look at what they did tonight. I mean, night and day. And it's going to be a struggle against a team like the 76ers, especially if you can't hit your shots, man. You can't hit your threes, you can't hit your open threes, and you're shooting 24%. Now, that's the shooting percentages that the Wizards, we've been accustomed to seeing them shoot. So it's not, crazy that they've shot 24% tonight. But, I mean, to put it simple, the Wizards couldn't stop the 76ers. And it's not just Joel Embiid that they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop Tobias Harris either. He dropped 23 on 10 for 16 from the field. But Joel Embiid, man, Wizards had no answer for him. And the Wizards have never had an answer for Joel Embiid. And nobody really does. But the Wizards really struggle against Joel Embiid. Like, it's no trying to contain him. He pretty much does what he wants, and he always does what he wants against the Wizards, especially 36 points, 13 rebounds, 12 for 17 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 10 for 11 from the free throw line. I mean, Daniel Gafford didn't have a chance. 5 fouls in this game. Montrezl Harrell didn't have a chance. The Wizards brought double teams, etc. They tried. They really did. They tried, but we got guys like Joel Embiid, 7+ foot, 200+ pounds, going coast to coast with the ball in his hands. What can you really do? What can you honestly do about that? Not a lot. But, I mean, I thought this was going to be a tough one, especially without Bradley Beal. Now, I know everybody before this game was saying, oh, Wizards are 4-0 without Bradley Beal. Look at their points per game without Bradley Beal, etc. Look at Spencer Dinwiddie without Bradley Beal. Until you look at who the Wizards beat during that 4-0 stretch without Beal. It wasn't, too good a competition. This was decent competition tonight. And the 76ers were missing some guys as well. And they got ran out the building. It's tough, man. It's really tough. The first quarter, the Wizards played good. But after that, it was like a steady drop off until the third quarter hit. Mad drop off. So, I mean, you look at the third quarter specifically, it got ugly. That's when it really got ugly. They only scored 17 points. I think the 76ers got it up to like 20. The lead to almost 20. It was either 20 or almost 20. Joel Embiid was over there, chucking up threes, playing around. Doc Rivers ended up taking some of the guys out. Jordan Shackle came in. West put some extra guys in, and the Wizards ended up making a little comeback like they kind of always do. It was a little comeback. They got the lead down to, I think it was almost 10, or it was 10, one of those. But of course, knowing me, I didn't get my hopes up. I really didn't get my hopes up because the Wizards do this all the time. The Wizards, they give you hope. They get your hopes up. They're like, oh, they make a couple threes. Oh, let's go. Yeah, let's fight. And then Steph Curry came back in, Joel Embiid came back in and quieted that noise down quickly, expeditiously. it was easy for them. They came back in, quieted the noise, and that was pretty much it for as far as the comeback. It was no comeback when they came back in the game. But to get into some players individually, which we are going to do next, before we do that, we do have a message from our friends over at Truebill. Is your ex still using your Netflix? That's what one woman found out after she downloaded Truebill, which finds and cancels subscriptions with just a tap. Truebill is a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with Truebill. Because companies make subscriptions hard to cancel, Truebill makes it incredibly simple. Just link your accounts and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions so you don't have to. Truebill has over 2 million users and helps save them over $100 million, like Matthew B., who says, in a matter of seconds, I saved $660 for the year on my DirecTV bill, saved $120 for the year on my Cyrus XM bill, saved $840 a year on car insurance. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/lockedonnba. Go right now, truebill.com/lockedonnba. It could save you thousands a year. Truebill.com/lockedonnba. Now, I want to thank you guys for making Locked On Wizards your first listen. And for your next listen, check out Locked On Now podcast, nightly recaps of every NBA game with analysis from our local experts. Listen to Locked On Now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or watch it on the Locked On NBA YouTube channel. So some of these individual performances, I thought Spencer Dinwiddie, obviously I'm going to talk about him first. 17 points, 6 assists, 6 for 13 from the field, 2 for 5 from 3, 3 for 7 from the free throw line. Do y'all know what happened to Spencer Dinwiddie from the free throw line? Like, I thought he was a pretty decent free throw shooter early to start the year, but I mean, it's been rough. It's been a drop off. But a lot of the Wizards' free throw shooting has regressed as the season has went on as well. So that's not really a surprise. But Spencer Dinwiddie, as far as how he looked, I mean, he looked aggressive, like he was out there trying to make plays. I can't really be mad at the play style. Like I put up 13 shots, so it wasn't like he was out there being passive. He was trying to make things happen to the best of his ability. And once again, all I can say is I hope that he continues to try to be aggressive and play aggressive when Bradley Beal comes back. That's all I could really hope for, because I would hate for him to play well like he did against the Knicks and then put up 17, 13 shots, etc., try to make things happen against the 76ers to the best of his ability. Then when Brad comes back, he goes back into that passive shell, you know what I mean? And the drive stop and getting to the basket stops once more. He had 7 free throws. It would have been nice if he went 7 for 7, but that's just a testament to him attacking. He's attacking and getting to the basket and trying to get to the basket. So Kyle Kuzma, he had a double-double. He had 12 points. He had 10 rebounds. Rough shooting night, but everybody had a rough shooting night, so I can't really hold that against them. Everybody shot the ball pretty badly. At least he was on the boards. That's what I say. At least he was on the boards, man. He went 1 for 4 from 3. Not the best shooting night, but as you see statistics, it's no surprise that it was a rough shooting night for him. Corey Kispert, the rookie, 8 points, 3 for 9 from the field, 0 for 5 from 3. You will want at least 2, maybe 3 of those 3-pointers to fall. He had some open looks from 3. He did. He had some open looks. They just couldn't fall, man. Aaron Holiday had 8 points. I mean, it was an okay game from him. 4 for 8 from the field. It wasn't like against the Knicks, etc. It was everybody really individually. It was a step down from the Knicks game. Daniel Gafford, it was a struggle. I mean, he still put up 7 points. He still put up 8 rebounds, but it was a struggle, man. And I feel bad for any player who has to defend Joel Embiid. I do. That's a tough matchup. Denny, I think he did okay defensively. I know he had one pretty tough foul on Tobias Harris, but 9 points, 9 rebounds. Like I said, at least he was on the boards as well. He had 4 assists, some ball handling in there as well. Davis Bertans put up 14 points in another kind of blowout-ish game. So, I guess, I mean, cool. At least he wasn't 0 for 9 from the three. Montrezl Harrell had 15. He did good offensively. He got to the free throw line, 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Defensively, just okay. I mean, it is room for improvement on the defensive side of things. But, man, 76ers shot 50% from the field. I mean, you're not going to win many games, once again, giving up 50% from the field or above 50% from the field. It's too easy. That's too easy. You cannot allow a team to put up 86 shots and make half of those shots. You just can't. Because that means, and the 76ers did shoot well from the field. I mean, three-point line, they shot 39%. But even if the 76ers were cold from three, if you're shooting 50% or above from the field, you don't need to be that hot from three because you can get whatever you want in the paint. And a lot of that is due to Joel Embiid as well as Tobias Harris because he didn't even put up a three-pointer. I mean, he just got 16 shots. All 16 was from the field. All 16 was mid-range or to the basket. So he didn't even put up a three. But, I mean, it's tough. No KCP, no Brad. The best player on the court obviously was Joel Embiid. It was going to be a tough matchup for the Wizards this game because the 76ers always give the Wizards trouble. They always give the Wizards trouble, man. No matter, as long as Joel Embiid is on that court, the Wizards are going to have issues because it's an instant mismatch. It's a mismatch instantly for the 76ers out there. But just before I get like a small preview of the Miami Heat game, which will be another tough game as well for the Wizards. They got a tough little schedule coming up with Heat, Cavaliers, Bulls, Hornets. It's a tough stretch coming up, so they better wake up out there. But before we get into talking about the Heat game, just a tad, we do have another message from our friends over at Built Bar. This holiday season, grab the protein bar that tastes like a candy bar, or even better than a candy bar, Built Bar. Filled with so much holiday goodness, rich with descendant flavor, covered in chocolate, but amazingly low in calories, sugar, net carbs and fat, and high in protein. You get the best of both worlds, delicious and healthy, so many flavors you'll have a hard time choosing. We have raspberry or mint brownie, cherry or double chocolate, cookies and cream or peanut butter brownie. Want to cozy up with something warm? Here's a holiday secret. Dip your Built Bar into a piping hot cup of cocoa, let it melt a little, and give your beverage a bit of that Built Bar flavor. Plus, you'll have a nice melty Built Bar to go with it. Be sure to have a couple napkins on hand, like some of those marshmallowy treats around the holidays. You need to get your hands on Built Bar Puffs. They're light, fluffy, and marshmallowy through and through. Different flavors all covered in chocolate. Taste so good, you won't believe that they're filled with protein. The offer is to go to Built.com and use promo code LOCKED15 and get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCKED15 for 50% off at Built.com. Now, you take a look at the Wizards and the Heat. The Heat won today. They beat the Orlando Magic. They got Jimmy Butler back. Still missing Bam Adebayo, which helps because Bam Adebayo is a really good guy, a really good player. He were missing Kyle Lowry. I know Tyler Hero got ejected earlier in the game, but it's going to be tough. I mean, they got Struss, Jimmy Butler, obviously, Gary Vincent, and I don't know if Kyle Lowry is going to be back by the time Tuesday comes around. I'm not sure why he was even out, but Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, obviously. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be another tough game in Miami. You gotta make your threes, man. You gotta make your open threes. You make your open threes, you give yourself a really good chance, and you gotta defend the paint. I think a lot of it is as simple as that. I mean, the Wizards didn't turn the ball over crazy tonight. I believe if I look, the Wizards only had 8 turnovers. They had single digits in turnovers. The 76ers had more turnovers than the Wizards. I think it's as simple as, not as simple, but defending the paint and not allowing 50+% from the field and making your open threes. You do those two things, you give yourself a great chance at winning, especially with everybody, a lot of teams missing guys, man. You're missing guys, but the Heat are missing guys too. A lot of NBA teams are missing guys right now. It's only like a couple teams, 1 or 2 teams that aren't really missing anybody due to COVID protocols. So if you can defend the paint, which they didn't do tonight, and you can make your open threes, which they did not do tonight, you give yourself a decent chance to win the game. It's as simple as that. If you're giving up 50 plus, if you're giving up 50+% from the field and you're bricking threes, good luck winning the game, man. Because you're going to be giving up 117 points like you did tonight, and you're going to only be scoring 96 like you did tonight. I think that's pretty simple, personally. It's not easy to do. It's easy for me to say, but you got to go out there and do it, man, which isn't an easy task for the Wizards. But that's all I got for you guys tonight, man. It's tough. I wish they could have came out with a third straight dub, but not tonight, man. First loss without Bradley Beal. Got another tough one up in Miami, so hopefully they can get that one. But I want to thank you guys again for making Locked On Wizards your first listen every day. Now for your second listen, Locked On Bets, your daily one-stop shop for all your gambling needs. Locked On Bets, hosted by your boy Q, with expert analysis and insight from Lee Sterling. That's all I got for you guys, man. Hopefully, after the Heat game, I'll be coming at you with a dub. Hopefully, guys. Peace.